Good morning, Vikings. This morning, 1G will be leading our prayer and Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand.
In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. Angel of God, my guardian dear, to whom God's love commends me here. Ever this day be at my side, to light, to guard, to rule, to guide. Amen. Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Please continue to stand to recite the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today is Monday, November 9th, 2019. This is Amelia
And Carmen. And our news starts right now. Today we will continue to explore our gospel value for the month, community. Last week we looked at how living in a community is encouraging. We are called to love one another, to learn from one another, and help others when they are in need or are sorrowful. Have you ever heard the saying, a joy shared is doubled and a sorrow shared is half? I think that is true. When we grow in our relationships, we grow in our relationship with Jesus as well.
Here's another reason you will all love community. It's fun. Psalms 133 says how good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity. Sometimes Christians can be thought of as boring, but we're not. Just look at us. We're goofy, witty, and just plain fun to be with.
Consider this analogy. If you are cooking with a charcoal grill, when all the coals are together, they stay hot and are useful for cooking. But what happens to a coal if it gets separated?
Eventually that coal will cool and die. But if the coal is put back with the other hot coals, it will regain life. The same thing happens with us. If we stay separated from one another, we will cool off pretty quickly too. If we stay alone, how can we do all the good works of God calls us to do? If everybody stays to themselves, there would be no one to do good works for us when we need help. The author of Hebrews says, we should not neglect to meet together. What about you, HRA? What can you do to be a part of our community?
And speaking of community, have you started filling your baby bottle yet? Remember, if one part of our community suffers, we all suffer. The 7th grade drive to raise money for Right to Life seeks to help mothers and babies who are without.
We all live in nice homes with parents who can afford to give us everything we need, but there are mothers and babies out there who have nothing. As part of our community, we are called to care for others. Fill those baby bottles.
Please have your filled baby bottles back to Miss Milton by November 15th. Thank you for the help, HRA. Lots of mothers and babies will be grateful.
And again, speaking of community, Sarah and Sophia Eliza did the HRA community proud this past weekend. They came in 6 in duet improvisation at Forensics Week. Congratulations.
Wilson Bank and Trust will be here tomorrow to help you with your savings account. They will be in the gym foyer from 7:15 until 7:45.
This Thursday, November 14th, will be the 2nd grade special liturgy. We will also be honoring our veterans. Dress uniforms are required.
If you know a veteran, please invite them to our celebration, which will begin with Mass at 8 o'clock. There will be a special brunch in the cafeteria after Mass, and veterans will be visiting classrooms.
As always, treat our guests with respect and give them a warm HRA welcome.
Now over to Jacob with the weather.
Today for weather, it is a high of 64, a low of 23. It is currently 46, and the chance of rain today is 70, and it might snow today. Now over to Sasha with the lunch.
Today for lunch we'll be having chicken tacos, baked potato, mac and cheese, salad bar, and ham and cheese on wheat. Now back to the anchors.
Thanks for joining us today. This is Amelia
And Carmen.
at HRA, where we bring honor to ourselves, our families, school, and church, take responsibility for our words and actions, and strive to achieve as students and citizens. Have a marvelous Monday.